Avaz has a very powerful keyboard mode that you can access from any page within the app. This keyboard mode has a number of very important functionalities and very interesting features, which we think are very useful for advanced communicators who have started to use text to communicate, who are emergent literate or who are literate already. So Avaz is not just a symbol-based communication app, it's also a very powerful text-based AAC app for children who can use it. And these are some of the advanced features that the Avaz keyboard mode has. One of the ways that Avaz is very powerful for people who have a lot of literacy is it has the capability to save and load your own sentences so that you can access them at just one touch. For example, supposing you had the word good morning, the phrase good morning, which you use frequently, you can save that phrase for easy retrieval. And the way that you do that is that you type that sentence good morning and you tap the save button, and now you have to tap one of the other buttons on the screen, so any of the 26 alphabets or one of the 10 digits, so that acts as a save slot for you to save this sentence good morning. So I'm going to save it in the letter G. So I've tapped save and I tapped the letter G and it saved it there. And now if I wanted to load that back, all I'd have to do is to tap load G, and that word comes back up, good morning. That's the way that we save and load sentences in Avaz. There's one more interesting thing that you can do with the save functionality, and that is that you can use the save functionality to customize this quick response bar on top. This bar contains words that are used frequently in conversation, not necessarily words that you would use as part of a longer sentence, but words that are a sentence in themselves. And you can customize this using the same save functionality. The way that you do that is that you tap the save button, but instead of tapping one of these save slots, you tap one of the quick response slots. So for example, if I tap the last one, the word good morning, the sentence good morning, goes into that quick response slot. You can also use the save and load buttons to do one more thing, and that's to access the history of your communication on Avaz. If I tap the load button, you see that the prediction bar is now replaced with a bar which shows you the history of the last few sentences that you created using the app. So if you want to repeat yourself, it's really very simple. All you have to do is to tap load and pick that sentence out of the history bar. You can clear the history bar in the interest of privacy by tapping the delete button that appears next to all of the other options, and it asks you whether you want to clear the spoken history, and if you tap yes, the history will no longer repeat any of the words that you've used so far, so you're able to protect privacy. This is how you use the save and load buttons to have access to your history and to have access to quickly used phrases, so you can make Avaz very powerful for somebody who's using text to communicate.